Hi, I'm Amanda Hart, founder of I-Tul Design and Software, and today I want to talk about the best tips for choosing your software developer. Now, there's a couple of caveats here, which is every company and freelancer in person is different, so you always want to get a chance to meet people and to get in. So I'm going to be talking in generalities, but these are some really common issues and differentiations that I've seen. When we talk about choosing your software developer, one of the things that you really want to look at is their approach to software development. Not every software development company or person is the same. And I think sometimes I run into clients who sort of think we're all the same, or, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, everything comes down to price. And that's just not the case. So one option you want to see is people who are doing a project-based approach where you tell them your business requirements. You say, I want to have a system where clients log in, where they get access to the shopping cart, they can check their orders, and then that development company figures out how to get that done, what resources are required. Another approach is kind of what I call butts and seats, which is they're just going to say, hey, we'll give you someone for 20 hours a week or for 40 hours a week or 3 people for this time. They're really not doing architecture or project management. It's more just providing development resources. That can be really good if you have a technical manager as part of the project, someone who's doing the architecture, who's making sure that all of the work is getting checked in correctly, that things are, being architected and planned. However, if you don't have someone like that on staff, it's not always the best approach. And I've talked to clients who've come to us after going to that model. They really don't like it. They feel like they're required to know technical information. They don't. They feel very uncomfortable with how things are going. So that's one differentiation. I-Tul's approach is really to be a very full-service company. We're a full-service, full-stack software development company. So we help clients from business requirements forward, and other companies really just provide people. One of the questions when you ask about software approach is project management, which is when we look at how do we get from vision to completion. Now, some companies have very formal project management. And in fact, I would say development companies that especially work with government or large corporate agencies are required to have very formal project management procedures and reporting and Gantt charts. We don't personally work that way. We work with decision makers in the room, and our process is anchored with a weekly meeting. However, we are doing the project management. It's up to my team to make sure that we're on scope, that we're on track, and everything's going along. We bring in the right resources as needed. We don't expect our clients to do that. Other companies expect the clients to do that, and they simply provide resources as needed. So there's really a lot of different approaches. The important thing is to just understand how your development company works, to interview a few different options, and then see which sounds like the best fit for you. When you're choosing a software developer, another important thing to approach is, are they doing benchmarks, functionality releases, or sprints? And there's a lot of different ways this can work, but some of the common ones are, one is doing benchmarks. We're going to build this piece of functionality like the shopping cart. And then we're going to, this is how much it's going to cost. This is the time frame. We go away, we build it, we come back, and then you test that part of functionality. We used to work that way. We switched to a sprint model in about 2015. This model, actually, we anchor it with a weekly meeting. So every week we plan what the releases are. So we say, here's what this week, here's what's going to come out next week, and this one. We prefer that model because it's much more collaborative. Our clients are seeing constant growth and progress, and we're always touching base and making sure we're on the same page. They're all great, and there's benefits and drawbacks to all of it, but I think it's really important that you understand how your development company works. When do you get check-ins? And the last one is, how does billing relate to releases? And we want to understand their approach of saying, okay, in our case, we try to keep money and work really well aligned. We do weekly meetings, we do weekly billing, it's all thorough. Some people do it based on functionality of saying, here's like the 10 pieces that make up this project, and we're going to organize to all of these 10 pieces. So overall, there's a couple of different ways. In our next videos, we'll also be talking about communication styles, ongoing support, and other things to look at when you're choosing your development partner.